Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, Millie.
Good morning.
Everybody.
Actually, students were supposed to log in at 8:30.
You're there? You're there? Teacher.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Independence Day.
Thank you, and same to you, ma'am.
Good
Same
morning,
to you,
everyone.
ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning, teachers.
Good morning. Good morning, Lata. How
Good
are you?
morning, Archana. Happy Independence Day to all.
Same to you,
Okay,
Lata.
Niharika, do we have everyone here right now? I think we have everyone here right now, including the participants and everyone.
Who's that?
I request all of you to please mute yourself. Thank you. Pratyush, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Pratyush.
Morning, ma'am.
Pratyush, I actually wanted to talk to you. 1 second. Supposed to let, apart from participants, we wanted to let everyone enter at 8:30. So Pratyush, you can start the music, whatever we decided upon. Yeah, it's better. I'll just put them in a waiting room. 1 second. Sorry, parents. Apart from the participants, I'll just put you in the waiting room for 5 minutes. Thank you, everyone. Just for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. People who are... Okay. Okay. Asim also. Where is he? Asim. Yeah. Asim, I'll put you in waiting room for 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. Why I wanted only them to enter at 8:30 because there are some other plans as well. So just wanted them to join at 8:30. Okay. And why I want, there is a small PPT which ma'am has done, Shaija ma'am has done. So I wanted to share with all of you. So I'll just quickly share that. I'll make, where is Supriti?
I'm here, ma'am.
Yeah. Am I as a host or I don't know, am I host or
I'm
not?
your co-host.
I'm co-host. Okay. Who is the host here?
Euro Senior C.
Okay. May I know who is Euro Senior C?
It's Venkesh, sir.
Okay. Venkatesh sir, can you please make me the host so I can assign some others the responsibility of co-host? Venkatesh sir? Okay. Pratyush,
Call him, Millie. You can call him, I think.
Pratyush, can you please start so we can slowly...
You had some other thing to show, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, that's his account called Priya, and that's not ma'am.
Yeah, I know that's your sister.
Yeah, can you just put her in the waiting room?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay, now this is what Shaija ma'am has done. I'll just share with you all. So this is what the plan Shaija ma'am has shared with me. So can you see my screen, all of you?
It just says if
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is what Shaija ma'am has done. For this, when ma'am will, we will call ma'am for doing the flag hoisting part. That time, ma'am just need to, we need to give ma'am the remote access, and she just need to click it on the flag. I'll show you.
F5.
Thank you. So now if ma'am clicks here, it will slowly go up.
Oh,
Okay,
that's nice.
and I think this one is nice. And we have another one also. This one is also. So if ma'am clicks here, it will go up. So I think
Good.
there are three. Actually, I'll show
Ma'am,
you the
your
third
internet.
one.
Ma'am, your internet.
Hello,
I
Lily.
know. I'll just stop my video. So this is again the same thing. We'll have to click it and up. So Shaija ma'am has done this. It's really nice. So we can use it. If we have ma'am's flag hoisting recording, we can even share that as well. So this is what we have
Okay, so
right
we
now.
don't know what's happening there yet. Like, is it gonna be a recording? Is it gonna be live?
We don't know. Divya will share that with us. Divya is there in the school. We'll get to know. Okay.
Mili ma'am, I have just shared it with you. Please, ma'am, we have just finished the flag hoisting in school and we have shared it.
That's great. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, teachers.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Independence Day.
Mili, can you hear me?
Yes, Divya, I
Can you hear me? Divya
I
here?
can hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning, teachers.
Good morning.
Yeah, just a second. हाँ, उसी में है.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning,
Morning,
all.
ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am.
It's so good to work from school, and I'm so happy to see so many of them in the school today. I mean, you just can't believe how happy and overwhelmed I am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, teachers.
Good morning, Beta. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, teachers.
Good morning.
The children.
जबरदस्ती लपलप मत करना.
So my system also. Here I have already.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning,
Good
everyone.
morning. Good morning.
Rupashri, ma'am, happy birthday.
Whose birthday is it?
Rupashri, ma'am's birthday.
Sorry? Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Rupashri, ma'am.
Rupashri. Oh, okay. A very happy birthday, Rupashri.
Ma'am, you're on mute.
No, I'm not on mute.
No, Rupashri, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you to all. Thank you, children. Thank you, friends.
We'll just wait for everyone to enter and then we'll start.
My name is Arundhati. I'm from Guwahati.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, teacher.
I I am putting it in well. Let's just see what Airoli teachers have done. Lovely.
Morning, ma'am.
Supriti ma'am, are you there?
I'm there.
Okay. I cannot see you actually. 1 second. I'll just.
Well, die together, last forever. So.
Ma'am, can you disable?
Morning everyone, happy Independence Day. Lakshmi Priya ma'am, happy Independence Day.
Good morning. Happy Independence Day, all of you.
Happy Independence Day.
Good morning.
Okay.
कंफर्म बताओ कि चलना वहाँ पे ना करने फ्लाइट आ जाएगा 12 बजे इससे पहले खत्म करना चाहिए
I think everyone has joined us. Pratyush?
Ma'am,
Yes.
we're starting now.
Yes, sir. Yes, thank you. Pratyush, start please.
Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not only or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. A moment comes, which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends, and when the soul of a nation, long suppressed, finds utterance. It is fitting that at this solemn moment we take the pledge of dedication to the service of India and her people and to the still larger cause of humanity.
Okay, one second, Pratyush. First of all, good morning to everyone present here. First, warm welcome to Principal Ma'am, who has been very supportive throughout. And thank you so much for being with us and giving us an opportunity to share what we have learned. And I welcome all the teachers, all the students who have given this precious time for some moment to remember what all people have done in the country, the sacrifices what they have done. So I welcome and wish all of you a very happy Independence Day. I'll just share one small poem with you. It's in Hindi. It's रात के अंधेरे में आजादी का 74वां दीप जलाया है. इसको पाने के लिए कई वीरों ने अपना सर्वस्व लुटाया है. आजादी के बाद आइए सोचे कि हमने क्या खोया, क्या पाया है. इतने वर्षों में भी हमने क्या संकीर्ण सोच को मिटाया है. So with this note, I'll start our virtual Independence Day celebration. Thank you so much. Over to Niharika and Kashvi.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning, respected Principal Ma'am, teachers, and my fabulous friends. I am Niharika.
And I am Kashvi. We, along with Pratyush, will be guiding you through the celebration of India's 74th year of independence. Wait, is it 73 years or 74 years?
73. No, wait, it's 74. Oh my god, I got it. It's 73 years since independence and 74th year of independence. Independence Day is annually celebrated on 15th August as a national holiday in India, commemorating the nation's independence from the United Kingdom, British, on 15th August 1947. India attained independence following the independence movement largely noted for non-violent resistance and civil disobedience.
Small cheer and great welcome makes a merry feast. So let us call upon Neha to welcome all of us.
Good morning to everyone present here, and thank you for joining us on the 70th day. Each year we celebrate this day throughout the country with parades, flag hoisting, and collective feeling of patriotism. This year, due to the unfortunate circumstances of COVID-19, we take a different approach and celebrate this heartfelt day online. India is a land of cultural diversity, with each culture being unique in its own way. But we come together as a country on this day to celebrate our freedom and unity. I'm proud to be part of a country that has freedom of speech and the freedom to live the way we want. Just 74 years ago, we were ruled by the British, who were defeated bravely. Let us take this day to thank those who sacrificed their lives for us. These 74 years have developed the country in so many ways, and we must strive to be proud of it. Be grateful for all she has given us and do whatever we can to contribute to her prosperity. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Neha. We are all under the notion that the national flag was hoisted on 15th August 1947, but it was actually hoisted on August 7th, 1906 in the Parsi Bagan Square, that's Green Park in Calcutta, now also called Kolkata. I request our respected Principal Ma'am, Dr. Vandana Gupta, to do the honors of hoisting the flag followed by the national anthem. I request all of you to stand.
Okay, I have a wonderful video to share. Give me 1 minute. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
1 second. Sorry. So can we please clap? Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. This has been done by our carers.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you, all of you. Okay, ma'am, please click on the flag so we can have a virtual flag hoisting here as well. Ma'am, I have made you the host. Sorry, I have given you the remote control. Can you please click it? Thank you, ma'am.
Please stop sharing the screen.
Shall I stop sharing the screen?
Ma'am, that screen is not visible.
Okay, I'll share it again. Once. Can you see it now, Divya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Ma'am, can you please do the honors? I've given you the remote control. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Click where? Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Ma'am, please click it. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, ma'am.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I request you all to sit down.
Thank you.
I believe that words are strong, that they can overwhelm what we fear, when fear seems more awful than life is. May I now request Vandana ma'am to share a few words with us?
Very warm good morning to all of you. First and foremost, my heartfelt wishes on the 74th Independence Day. I generally on this day am surrounded with thoughts about the literal meaning of independence and what it entails. Google says it is self-governance, self-sufficiency, liberty, etc., which further raises questions as such in mind, whether or not are we really independent? If it is enough being a constitutionally independent country, are we living with complete freedom? Are we really liberated? After 73 years of independence, are we really free? Do our women feel the freedom? Freedom from the atrocities against them? Are our kids safe today? Do our students have the freedom to select the career they want? Do we have freedom from caste discrimination? Have we got the freedom from the communal tensions in our country? Have we got the freedom from the corruption? Have we got the freedom from all those corrupt criminal politicians? Have we at least got the freedom from our basic problems like poverty and unemployment? And the only answer I get is no, and makes me realize thus that we need to revisit our belief on being free and independent. However, today I am only going to pose these questions to you all to ponder about, and I'm not going to give you any answers or any guidance on these matters, as these are for you all to think about individually. Also, given yesterday's events, I'm sure you watched the news, it would be most appropriate to keep my words today concise and my speech short. Probably here there is none among us who woke up on the midnight of 15th August 1947 to hear India's tryst with destiny. The events of Jallianwala Bagh, the faulty land settlement systems, racial discrimination, endless slavery and torture led the freedom fighters to arrange different freedom movements. We are so privileged to be born in an independent country, and hence probably understand very little about the struggles of being governed by a foreign power. And though we hear these speeches year after year and have developed an almost indifferent attitude to these sagas of struggle, valor, and patriotism, we must not take this very hard-earned independence for granted. It is for each and every one of us to remember that our defense forces, our brethren, are in fact fighting still day and night to protect and perpetuate this very freedom by laying down their lives for the sovereignty of the motherland. I personally know the grit and resolute required to be closely associated to a soldier. Many of my own classmates and very dear childhood friends who I have had the privilege to grow up with during the course of my education at my boarding MNSS Rai have not only valiantly fought the Kargil war, but many of them bravely laid out their lives too. However, every time I think about any one of them, the first emotion that comes unbidden to my head is not that of reminiscence or of sorrow, but that of honor. I feel like it is my own distinction that I was opportune enough to grow up and share years of my childhood with such courageous boys who grew up to be the real heroes of my country and didn't think once before committing the ultimate act of patriotism and sacrifice for their motherland. Though we have time and again proven to all those who have had ill and foul intentions towards India that she is a potent and indisputably strong and undefeated united front, this unfaltering victory comes at a cost. It is heart-wrenching that just yesterday in a terror attack near Naugam bypass in central Kashmir's Srinagar district, we lost 2 of our policemen while 1 other was injured. We also must not forget that today's date marks the 2-month death anniversary of the most unfortunate incident that occurred in the Galwan Valley on June 15th, 20, whereby we lost 20 of our lion-hearted, courageous soldiers in the altercation with the Chinese troops on the Indian side of the line of actual control. It is as a leader of an institution myself that I say this today on behalf of all, that we have lost, and those who continue to guard us from any and all evil eyes, that India is not a country who bows down to its enemies. We are descendants of Subhash Chandra Bose and Chandrasekhar Azad, who have resoundingly told the world that दुश्मन की गोलियों का सामना करेंगे, आजाद हैं, आजाद ही रहेंगे. It is thus that I reiterate time and again that we must honor these freedom children as it comes at a very invaluable cost. I know that we are gathered here to celebrate and rejoice, and indeed we must. And I'm well aware that this speech of mine has turned out to be a little heavy, but every once in a while, we are all faced with tough questions and arduous circumstances. But we, as the sons and daughters of this glorious land, must accept that we are born with a certain tenacity, and in our bones and muscles, we know the life is an uphill climb, and even that climb doesn't entail a smooth road. However, no matter how tough the terrain, we must be even tougher than that. This speech is not intended for us to pick up guns or to raid roads or create an upheaval, but to introspect, learn, grow, respect, and honor. In the end, all I want to say is that we as children of India must always remember not only to uphold our roots and culture that propagates Atithi Devo Bhava, but also not forget, हमें मानवता को उन नैतिक जड़ों तक वापस ले जाना चाहिए जहां से अनुशासन और स्वतंत्रता दोनों का उद्गम हो. जय हिंद. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was truly inspiring. Isn't it food if it does not have any salt? No, it does not. So let us welcome Tejaswini from grade 9 for making this event flavorful with her dance.
The salt to the food has been added because of you. Oh, sorry. The flavor has been added to the event. Thank you so much, Tejaswini.
A different language is a different vision of life. Let us call upon Vansh and Avni for the Hindi and Kannada speech respectively.
ನಾವು ಎಡವಿ ಬೀಳಬಹುದು ಆದರೆ ಏಳುತ್ತೇವೆ ಎಂದು ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧಿಯವರು ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಅವನಿ. ನಾನು 8ನೇ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಓದುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಸುಮಾರು 200 ವರ್ಷದ ಕಾಲ ಆಳಿದರು. ಈ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಹೋರಾಟಗಾರರು ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಭಾರತೀಯರು ಹೋರಾಡಿದರು ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯಕ್ಕಾಗಿ. ಆದರೆ ಇದು ಸುಲಭವಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಲವರು ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹೋದರು, ಅನೇಕ ಜನರು ಪ್ರಾಣವನ್ನು ಕಳೆದುಕೊಂಡರು. ಆದರೆ ಯಾರು ಹೆದರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲರ ಗುರಿ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಆಡಳಿತವನ್ನು ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕೆಂದು ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಉಪ್ಪಿನ ಸತ್ಯಾಗ್ರಹ, ಅಸಹಕಾರ ಚಳುವಳಿ, ಭಾರತ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ತೊಲಗಿ ಚಳುವಳಿ ಮುಂತಾದವು ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ಇತಿಹಾಸವನ್ನು ಬದಲಾಯಿಸಿದವು. ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧಿ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ BR ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್, ಸರೋಜಿನಿ ನಾಯ್ಡು, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸುಭಾಷ್ ಚಂದ್ರ ಬೋಸ್, ಸರ್ದಾರ್ ವಲ್ಲಭಾಯ್ ಪಟೇಲ್, ಬಾಲ್ ಗಂಗಾಧರ್ ತಿಲಕ್ ಮತ್ತು ಗೋಪಾಲಕೃಷ್ಣ ಗೋಖಲೆ ಕೆಲವರು. ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಹೋರಾಟಗಾರರು ಈ ಚಳುವಳಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ 15, 1947 ರಂದು ಫಲ ನೀಡಿತು. ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮತ್ತು 73 ವರ್ಷಗಳಾಗಿವೆ. ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ದೇಶದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಹಳ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಇದೆ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್.
Now let us call upon Vansh for the Hindi speech.
आदरणीय प्रधानाचार्य, शिक्षकों और मेरे प्यारे दोस्तों, सुप्रभात। मैं वंश पवार आप सभी को स्वतंत्रता दिवस की शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। प्रत्येक वर्ष की तरह इस वर्ष भी भारत 15 अगस्त को अपना स्वतंत्रता दिवस मना रहा है। इस दिन ही हमारे देश को वर्षों की गुलामी के बाद आजादी मिली थी। हम सभी लोग 15 अगस्त के दिन को मिलजुल कर मनाते हैं। हालांकि इस वर्ष कोरोना महामारी फैली हुई है, लेकिन फिर भी स्वतंत्रता दिवस को लेकर हम सब के उत्साह में कोई कमी नहीं है। हम सब इस दिवस को लेकर उत्साहित हो रहे हैं। हम सब इस दिन स्वतंत्रता को लेकर अपने विचार व्यक्त करना चाहते हैं। इसके साथ ही हमें अगर मौका मिले कुछ बोलने का, हम वह भी करना चाहते हैं। आज मुझे स्वतंत्रता दिवस पर कुछ बोलने का मौका मिला है। इसमें मैं आप सभी को यह बताना चाहता हूं कि 15 अगस्त हमेशा हमारे लिए इतना खास रहा है। इस दिन हम अपने देश की सारी महिमा याद करते हैं, क्योंकि हम संघर्ष, विद्रोह और भारतीय स्वतंत्रता के लिए लड़ने वाले भारतीय स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों के प्रयासों को याद करते हैं। भारत का स्वतंत्रता दिवस न केवल ब्रिटिश राज के शासन से भारत को आजादी को दर्शाता है, बल्कि यह इस देश की शक्ति को भी दिखाता है। इस दिन पूरे देश के सारे लोग एकजुट हो जाते हैं। चलो फिर से वो नजारा याद कर ले, शहीदों के दिल में थी वो ज्वाला याद कर ले, जिसमें बहकर आजादी पहुंची थी किनारे पर, बलिदानियों के खून की वो धारा याद कर ले। इसके साथ आप सभी देशवासियों को स्वतंत्रता दिवस की ढेरी शुभकामनाएं। आइए आज से हम संकल्प लेते हैं कि भारत को भ्रष्टाचार मुक्त और खुशहाल देश बनाएंगे। शुक्रिया।
Thank you so much for the insight. It was splendid.
Yes, it was. I really wish I could sit in a theater and watch a nice movie. It has been such a long time since I've done that. Old times, old times.
Sam, talking about movies in theaters, I just had something on my mind. Have you seen any street plays?
Yes, but it has been a very long time. Wait, are we both thinking of the same thing?
Maybe.
Theater or skit is an expression of one's emotion.
Wait, before we start, Surprise test. Just kidding. It is a small and simple question. If you are very patriotic, you would definitely know the answer. We will face the enemy's bullets. We were free. We will remain free. Who said this? Any guesses?
I know. This was said by Chandrasekhar Azad. 100 points to me. Yay! Okay, Kashvi, let's now go away from the actual reason we are here for. So let us call upon the student. Now we will share a skit, Azadi Ek Soch, done by the students of grade 9 and 10, followed by a special report, Yatra Towards New India by Euro News Desk.
15 अगस्त को अपना स्वतंत्रता दिवस मनाते हैं। यह दिन जहां हमारे आज़ाद होने की खुशी लेकर आता है, वहीं इसमें भारत के खंड खंड होने का दर्द छिपा होता है। चलिए देखते हैं आज़ादी एक सोच। यह कहानी एक काल्पनिक घटना है। इसे वास्तविकता के साथ कोई संबंध नहीं।
परिवार आज तक की रिपोर्ट। आज की टॉप 3 खबरें। ठीक 7:30 बजे पीएम मोदी ने दिल्ली के लाल किले में झंडा फहराया। रामनाथ कोविंद उनके साथ। दूसरा, कोरोना वायरस केसेस 2 मिलियन से अधिक है। अभी तक कोई वैक्सीन नहीं। तीसरा, आज हम आपको एक वीडियो दिखाना चाहेंगे जो दिखाता है कि क्रांतिकारियों और मध्यस्थ के क्या दृष्टिकोण थे।
हमें अपने मातृभूमि के लिए लड़ना है और हम हंसते हंसते मरेंगे।
किसी भी इंसान को मारना आसान है, परंतु उसके विचारों को नहीं। महान साम्राज्य टूट जाते हैं, तबाह हो जाते हैं, जबकि उनके विचार बच जाते हैं।
पिस्तौल और बॉम्ब से क्रांति नहीं आती है। क्रांति की तलवार विचारों की शान पर तेज होती है।
रात का हर कण मेरे गर्मी की गतिमान है। मैं वैसा पागल हूँ जो जेल में भी आजाद है।
सूर्य संसार में हर किसी देश पर उज्जवल होकर गुजरता है, परंतु उस समय ऐसा कोई देश ना होगा जो भारत देश के समान इतना स्वतंत्र, इतना खुशहाल और इतना प्यारा होगा।
स्वतंत्रता एक जन्म की भांति है। जब तक हम पूर्णतः स्वतंत्र नहीं हो जाते, तब तक हम परतंत्र ही रहेंगे।
आजादी कभी भीख मांगने से नहीं मिलती, उसे जीता जाता है।
तब चैन की सांस ले सकते हैं जब हम इन अंग्रेजों को अपने देश से निकाल देंगे।
अगर धैर्य को सुनना है तो आवाज जोरदार होना होगा। जब हमने बम गिराया था, हमारा मकसद किसी को मारना नहीं था। हमने अंग्रेजी हुकूमत पर बम गिराया था।
अहिंसा आत्मबल का ही समर्थन है, जिसमें प्रतिद्वंदी पर जीत की आशा में कष्ट सह जाता है।
आप सभी ने इनका दृष्टिकोण तो देख लिया, लेकिन आपको लगता है कि लड़ाई करने से ही स्वतंत्रता मिल सकती है? स्वतंत्रता तब संभव है तब हम अपने विचारधारा को बदलेंगे, हमारी विचारधारा को और अच्छा बनाएंगे। हम ऐसा करेंगे तो हमारा देश निश्चित रूप से प्रगति करेगा, हमारा देश और अच्छा होता जाएगा। मेरे साथ एक शपथ लेते हैं। आतंकवाद मुक्त, भ्रष्टाचार मुक्त और स्वच्छ भारत। आतंकवाद मुक्त, भ्रष्टाचार मुक्त और स्वच्छ भारत। चलो भारत को एक प्रगतिशील भारत बनाएं अपनी नई सोच के साथ।
One eternity later.
Good morning to everyone present here. I'm Ayush of Grade 10 and I welcome you all to the Euro News Desk. As we all know, we are gathered here to celebrate India's 74th year of freedom. India gained independence from the British on 15th August 1947 and has drastically changed in the years following independence. But what we are not sure of is the question that, has India really progressed after independence? To answer this question, let us watch a video of India's progress through the 74 years.
Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it, said Bal Gangadhar Tilak. We all should feel proud of being a part of this independent nation that gives us the freedom to live our life in our way. But this was not the scenario 73 years ago when India was under British rule. India was once known as Sone ki Chidiya, which means that India was full of resources, productive land with an ample amount of minerals and rocks. We were known to be home to the largest spice market. Productive human force was one of our strengths. All of these factors made the British government capture our country and use our resources for their benefit. Our upcoming generation should know the importance of patriotism and how they can be main leading factors in building our nation. India has also come a long way in terms of improving its human development indicators. Literacy rates have increased significantly from 18.3% during 1950s to 52% in 1990s to 73% during 2011. This has been accompanied by major improvements in other socio-economic indicators, such as increase in the gross enrollment ratios in school and rise in the number of recognized education institutes in the country. Access to safe drinking water at the All India level improved from 81.4% during 1991 to 91.4% during 2011. In healthcare, the advent of sophisticated and modern technology has led to reduced prevalence of diseases. In the post-independence era, the leaders of the country had some precarious decisions to take. One of them was which type of economic model would India follow. In those times, there were two models followed by most countries in the world: capitalist economy and socialist economy. Our first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru, preferred the socialist model. But in a democracy like India, a pure socialist economy cannot flourish. Capitalism was also not suited since the government had to build up an economy and look after the common man and his needs. So as a solution, our economy combined aspects of both socialism and capitalism. Fun fact, the largest employer in India is the Indian Railways, employing over 1 million people. Since 1947, India has achieved tremendous progress in raising growth, income levels and standards of living. The gross domestic product increased from rupees 2,939 billion during 1950 to rupees 56,330 billion in 2011. The per capita income increased in real terms despite a significant increase in the population of the country. The agricultural sector continues to be an important sector in the Indian economy and generates livelihood for more than half the population. The advent of the Green Revolution during the 1960s was a game changer for the country. It saw the adoption of modern technology and methods to produce high-yield variety seeds that significantly raised agricultural productivity and increased food grain production. India has also made significant strides in terms of industrial development since independence. The industrial policy of 1991 constituted a major economic reform and was introduced to reinvigorate the industrial sector. The policy dismantled the system of industrial licensing and opened the sector for greater private sector participation as well as foreign investment. The process of liberalization that was started during the mid-1980s to make the Indian economy more open to trade and external flows gained pace during the 1990s. The objective was to improve the efficiency of the Indian economy through reduction in trade barriers such as import tariffs. Today, India has developed a significant footprint in the global economy. Indian films are unquestionably the most seen movies in the world. Not just talking about the billion strong audiences in India itself, where 12 million people are set to go to the cinema every day, but of large audiences well beyond the Indian subcontinent and the diaspora. In such unlikely places as Russia, China, the Middle East, the Far East, Egypt, Turkey and Africa, people from very different cultural and social worlds have a great love for Indian popular cinema, and many have been Hindi film fans for over 50 years. Indian cinema is world famous for the staggering amount of films it produces. The number is constantly on the increase, and recent sources estimate that a total output of some 800 films a year are made in different cities, including Madras, Bangalore, Calcutta, and Hyderabad. People from very different cultural and social worlds have a great love for Indian popular cinema, and many have been Hindi film fans for over 50 years. India is aggressively working towards establishing itself as a leader in industrialization and technological development. Significant developments in the nuclear energy sector are likely as India looks to expand its nuclear capacity. The Government of India, through the Science, Technology and Innovation Policy 2013, among other things, aspires to position India among the world's top 5 scientific powers. The Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO's first interplanetary mission, the Mars Orbiter spacecraft or Mangalyaan, was successfully launched on November 5, 2013 on board PSLV C-25. The voyage of the spacecraft towards Mars, following the crucial orbital maneuver of transverse injection on December 1, 2013, made India to become one of the 4 nations in the world to send a space mission to planet Mars. India's maiden moon exploration mission, Chandrayaan-1, was launched in October 2008 for mapping the lunar surface with high-resolution remote sensing and studying the chemical and mineralogical composition. India has formal diplomatic relations with most nations. It is the world's second most populous country, the world's most populous democracy, and one of the fastest growing economies. With the world's 7th largest military expenditure, 9th largest economy by nominal rates, and the 3rd largest by purchasing power parity, India is a regional power, a nascent great power, and a potential superpower. India's growing international influence gives it a prominent voice in global affairs. India is a newly industrialized country. It has a long history of collaboration with several countries and is considered one of the leaders of the developing world along with China, Brazil, Russia, and South Africa. India was one of the founding members of several international organizations, most notably the United Nations and the founder of the Non-Aligned Movement. Regionally, India is a part of the SAARC and BIMSTEC. India has taken part in several UN peacekeeping missions, and in 2007 it was the 2nd largest true contributor to the United Nations. India is currently seeking a permanent seat in the UN Security Council along with the G4 nations. India has a tradition of sports and physical fitness. In recognition of the importance of sports, a separate department was set up in 1982 prior to the commencement of the 9th Asian Games. Subsequently, the National Sports Policy was announced in 1984. The Sports Authority of India was established in 1984 as a registered society in pursuance of a Government of India resolution. Fun fact, the world's highest cricket ground is in Chail, Himachal Pradesh. Built in 1893 after levelling a hilltop, this cricket pitch is 2,444 meters above sea level. The Indian government has recently replaced a 34-year-old education policy framed in 1986 with the new Education Policy 2020 among the major reforms. The 10+2 structure in the schooling system has been replaced by 5+3+3+4 structure. India is a diverse country, a fact that is visibly prominent in its people, culture, and climate. From the eternal snows of the Himalayas to the cultivated peninsula of far south, from the deserts of the west to the humid deltas of the east, from the dry heat and cold of the central plateau to the cool forest foothills, Indian lifestyles clearly glorify geography. The food, clothing, and habits of an Indian differ in accordance to the place of origin. India is perhaps the richest language hub on the earth. We have 2 official languages and 22 regional languages.
A few moments later.
Many of us might still feel hazy or clouded with thoughts on this discussion. So to further discuss this, I will now be calling 4 students from grade 10, Dev, Vansh, Gaurav, Ashwin, to have a short debate on progressive India. Speaking for the topic are Gaurav and Ashwin, and speaking against the topic are Dev and Vansh.
Firstly, I'd like to start us off by saying, after independence, India has achieved tremendous progress in the raising growth, income levels, and standards of living. The gross domestic product during 1950 to rupees 56,330 billion during 2011. This is a very massive growth in the Indian economy.
Although poor, I strongly oppose your point. Like, although poor families can have a square meal, their health facilities and public and postnatal care is almost zero. 25 to 30% babies weigh less than 2.5 kgs, which is very bad. 1/3 of our women are energy deficit. That is, they can't bear children, but still they do have children. So the after effects are like 38% are stunted, that is below their average weight. 15% wasted, that they can't even grow to a proper age, and then 27.9% are underweight on stunting. India ranks on 114 place in the countries where the most stunted kids are. So what's the point? There are only 18 countries lesser than us who are actually worse than us.
I agree with Gaurav. Our country has developed in the education sector since independence. Our education system was vital in alleviating poverty and the poor status and condition of many millions of the supposed lowest caste citizens. Treated worse than animals in pre-independent India, our democratic system gave them the chance to rise above their caste and become successful. Our literacy rate, which was 17% in 1951, stands now at 74%.
Oh, is that so? According to the 2015 UNESCO report, in terms of absolute numbers, India with 28.7 crore illiterates was the country with the largest number of adults without basic literacy skills in 2010 to 11. A UNICEF report said that the school dropout scenario in the country is extremely high, as over 80 million children are not even completing their elementary education.
India has progressed in many fields, such as agriculture. Since independence, India has made progress in agriculture. Indian agriculture, which grew at the rate about 1% per annum during the 50 years before independence, has grown at the rate of about 2.6 per annum in post-independence era. This is a massive change.
But we have not increased in our any fields like children involved in child labor, population that is educated, access to improved water sources, amphitheatric waste, that is basically technology which we can't even clean our own industrial waste before releasing it into the water. Our expenditure on research and development is still very low when compared to other countries. The population access to clean fuel and technology for cooking is also very low. Subject of well-being is less, and female to male means in year of education or education received is also very less. So we have not increased in our thought of development and equality between the gender.
And also going back to the point of agriculture, with an abysmal growth rate of 1.1%, agriculture in India is marked by drought, lack of skill, late monsoon, fragment in farming, non-implementation of schemes on grassroots levels, which results in low productivity. Also, when production is good, the farmer has to fight for the right price, as a middleman buy the food in pennies and make a fortune out of it.
Post-independence, India has also developed in the healthcare sector. Increase in life expectancy is considered one of the major achievements in healthcare in India. For example, life expectancy was around 37 years in 1951. It almost doubled to 65 years by 2011. Besides, infant mortality has also declined, with the death rate coming down to half of what it was during the 1940s and 50s. Moreover, similar developments were noticed in maternal mortality rate also. After a long-drawn struggle, India has finally been declared a polio-free country. Malnutrition in children under 5 years came down to 44% in 2005 to 2006 and 67% in 1980. The number of tuberculosis cases also got reduced to 185 per lakh people in 2009. Moreover, the cases of HIV-infected people are also witnessing a declining trend. Government had also increased public health spending, which is about 6 to 6.5% of the GDP.
Well, going back to your 34 years, why did it take 34 years? I'll tell you. The ambiguity effect is a cognitive bias where decision making is affected by lack of information. That is especially seen in our own parliament. Many of the government schemes and subsidy do not reach the hands of people due to lack of information. People have a low decision-making power in the areas of finance, and they are reluctant to use new technology. The latest example was the Jan Dhan Yojana, where majority of the bank accounts that has been opened by the people are idle. They're laying unutilized due to lack of information. So, to sum it up, there's lack of information in the parliament and in the people of India.
I would also like to add to your point about your education policies. As our education system is like a pyramid, hardly people squeeze into the given seats and educational institutions we get to. Like lesser than 50% can hardly go to higher level education, and even elementary school is not compared by 100% children. So what's the point? We are still at 71 when we are 73 years since independence. You can't get 100%, then it's no use.
With that said, I would like to conclude that India is certainly developed in certain sectors, but is lagging behind in other sectors compared to other developing and developed countries. I agree with everyone's points said.
It is true that since India's independence, there has been drastic improvement in certain areas. But at the same time, we cannot forget all that could have been done in the 73 years of Indian history. And with that, I conclude this debate and I thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you all for sharing your views. As you all know, India is one of the oldest civilizations in the world with a kaleidoscopic variety and rich cultural heritage. It has achieved all-round socio-economic progress since independence. As the seventh largest country in the world, India stands apart from the rest of Asia, marked off as it is by mountains and the sea, which gives the country a distinct geographical entity. With that, I wish you all once again all the best to your family on this wonderful morning of Independence Day. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Okay. Thank you so much for this wonderful debate done by Class 10th B. I would like to, today we have Shanti ma'am here and Vaishali ma'am who have joined us. Good morning Shanti ma'am and good morning Vaishali ma'am. Thank you for your presence. It definitely means a lot for us. Where is Shanti ma'am? Shanti ma'am.
Could we pin the videos by
Yes,
Shanti ma'am and Vaishali ma'am?
Yes ma'am, sure.
A very warm welcome to both of you. Okay, probably the video is switched off. Welcome,
Yes,
Vaishali ma'am. If you can just unmute. Okay, thank you. Thank you for showing yourself up. Good morning and a very warm welcome. We are so glad that you could share your precious time to join the Independence Day celebrations. Thank you, ma'am.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you. Could we pin the video? Could we pin Shanti ma'am's video as well?
I think Shanti ma'am is not with us right now, ma'am.
Okay, maybe she got dropped off. All
Yes.
right, so we'll continue with the function.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Niharika, continue, please.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, guys. It felt like we were really watching some sort of interesting political documentary film, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Just a random thought, but have you ever wondered as to how freedom fighters look?
Oh my God, I haven't even thought about that. I mean, we do have a lot of pictures and stuff, but nothing can beat the real life experience. It is practically not possible to see the actual freedom fighters unless we try to revive them, but we can see the updated version of them in our pre-primary students. Also, the COVID-19 cases have been increasing this year, and the cases have already raised up to around 2.46 million in India alone.
But since we have a little freedom fighters with us, I think we can fight the virus as well.
We all should feel proud of
Yeah.
that gives us the freedom to live our lives in our way. But this was not
everyone, I'm Aditya Angar. I'm studying in Euro School, Senior KGB. I'm dressed up like Kittu Rani Chennamma. She was the first lady freedom fighter for our country. ಕಿತ್ತೂರಿನ ವೀರ ಸೈನಿಕರೇ ಮುನ್ನುಗ್ಗಿ ಸತ್ತರೆ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಉಳಿದ and Shivadi Raja Bhosle. And I will go to the Pune. I love my motherland. Swaraja, hey, hey, and Sapna. Jai Bhavani. Hi everyone, my name is Charvi. I'm from Senior KGP. I'm wearing Jhansi Rani Lakshmibai dress. Jhansi Rani Lakshmibai is brave, strong, freedom fighter. I'm not allowed British to stay in India. Run away, British, run away. Jai Hind. Happy Independence Day. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Happy Independence to all. I am your Bapu. Message to you today. Be the change you want to see in the world. Jai Hind. I am Pandit Nehru, your first Prime Minister. Then, at the stroke of midnight, the world sleeps. India awakes.
Thank you so much. That was so cute. And I was able to see the freedom fighters because of you. The teachers of pre-primary grade have made a great effort to pile up a very short song for us to show their gratitude towards the nation. So let us watch this gratitude-filled video.
ए वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, ए वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, ए वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, जहाँ रहूं जहाँ में याद रहे तू, मैं जहाँ रहूं जहाँ में याद रहे तू, मेरे वतन ए वतन.
Thank you so much, teachers. Did you know, in 1905, Vande Mataram was recited in the first political film made by Hirlal Sen? It has been a really long time. Kashri and I have a soft spot for this song. I think everyone else does too. And what is a meal without dessert in any case? This song will be the dessert to this event. So come on, y'all, let us listen to this wonderful song.
Vande
was refreshing, wasn't it? Niharika and I felt so nostalgic while listening to this song. Gratitude is a divine emotion. It thrills the heart, but not for bursting. It warms it, but not to fever. We kindly request Akshay to give out the vote of thanks.
A warm morning to all of you present here. It's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked hard in spite of the obstacles we are facing today to make this Independence Day a beautiful event. I would begin by thanking our most respected principal, Dr. Vandana Gupta, for gracing this occasion. You have always inspired us to strive to be the best version of ourselves. We are thankful for the opportunity to hear your thoughts, which will surely encourage us in our future endeavors. We are backed with a very proficient and dedicated staff. With a deep sense of appreciation, I thank all our beloved teachers for their untiring effort. I would like to thank all my friends whose energetic participation and enormous cooperation made today's event a fruitful one. Finally, I would thank all the people who diligently worked behind this event. Today, we are not only celebrating the bravery of our freedom fighters, but also those who are fighting tirelessly today to keep us safe and healthy during these difficult times. I wish you all a happy Independence Day. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Akshay. Before ending this meeting, we have a small request to all of you. It's not compulsory. There's a link in the chat box. It's a feedback form. If you have any comments on how this event was done, feel free to add it in the feedback form. Thank you so much for joining this event.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Thank you so much for this beautiful program, students. And with this note, I would like to conclude the program. Thank you for all of you for your time and your presence. Our beloved principal ma'am, thank you so much for giving social science team an opportunity to share our feelings.
Millie, before you conclude the program, I would really like to give an appreciation note and commend the efforts of grade 10 students, since today's program was totally organized by them and the teachers did not have an intervention. I think it was commendable effort, and they all deserve a standing ovation. This is for grade 10 students.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you for putting up such a lovely program, grade 10. Absolutely, you made me very, very proud. Thank you,
ma'am.
And on that note, once again, a very happy 74th Independence Day.
Ma'am, wish you the same. Thank you.
Wish you all a very happy Independence Day once again, and thank you all for being a part of it. Thank you. We shall now end the meeting.
Bye.
Bye.